In a rare announcement this week, the United States said its ballistic missile submarine, USS West Virginia, visited its Indian Ocean military base at Diego Garcia in October this year. As per the notification, USS West Virginia was at the base between the 25th and 31st of October. It's to be noted that Naval Support Facility Diego Garcia is a British Ministry of Defense facility leased to the United States Navy, located on the atoll Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean. Locations of SSBNs are not generally revealed, since they're the most survival leg of the nuclear triad, which is the ability to launch nukes from land, air, and sea. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why USS West Virginia's port visit to Diego Garcia has been disclosed. Let's get into the details. This video is sponsored by War Thunder. If you are, like us, fascinated by military vehicles and technology, I recommend you give War Thunder a try. It's a military vehicle combat game which you can download and play for free on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One with cross-platform support. It has a huge variety of more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s, which you can take to battle on land, in the air, and at sea on more than 80 theaters of war. War Thunder's been kind enough to offer all Defense Updates viewers a special bonus, which will grant you a free premium tank, aircraft, or ship, and 3 days of premium account time for registering using our link in the description below. So take the plunge and join more than 20 million players from around the world. The U.S. Strategic Command said in a statement, "The submarine stopped in Diego Garcia for a brief port visit during an extended deterrence patrol providing security and stability for our allies. Before it visited the base at Diego Garcia, the submarine had surfaced in the Arabian Sea and participated in a joint U.S. Strategic Command-directed communications exercise to validate emerging and innovative tactics in the Indian Ocean," the statement said. The U.S. Strategic Command added, "The submarine also conducted a complete crew exchange in Diego Garcia and a subsequent replenishment at sea, highlighting the SSBN force's readiness and flexibility to remain on patrol for an extended period of time." There are 3 aspects to this. Let's check them one by one. Each Ohio-class submarine has 2 crews of 154 officers and enlisted personnel, designated Gold and Blue, who take turns departing on patrols that last an average of 70 to 90 days underwater, with the longest on the record being 140 days by the USS Pennsylvania. An average of a month is spent between patrols, with resupply facilitated by 3 large-diameter supply hatches. So it's important that the submarine can move undetected between stops, and this is exactly what was achieved in this regard. This is where U.S. Navy subs, including the Ohio class, have a massive advantage. Chinese sources reported that Type 093's noise level is on par with the American Improved Los Angeles and Russian Akula class at 110 decibels. In 2009, USN Oni listed Type 093 as being noisier than Russian Project 671 RTM, NATO reporting name Victor 3, which entered service in 1979. Ensuring that the 150-odd person crew remains unobserved by outsiders allows it to dock in the region for a longer duration. The announcement clearly demonstrated U.S. Navy's strategic reach to allies as well as rivals. The development comes at a time when the United Kingdom and Mauritius are negotiating over the control of the Chagos Islands. Diego Garcia is part of the Chagos Archipelago, which the UK identifies as the British Indian Ocean Treaty, or BIAT. In 1965, the archipelago was separated from Mauritius, then a British colony, and made part of the UK's overseas territory. The dispute over the control of the islands has intensified in recent years. In the last few years, the International Court of Justice, the Maritime Law Tribunal of the United Nations, and the UN General Assembly have sided with Mauritius on this dispute. The U.S.'s current lease of Diego Garcia is set to expire in 2036. Some reports say that the island nation has already given the U.S. an offer of a 99-year lease. Given the increasing Chinese footprint in the Indian Ocean, countries like India also want the U.S. to retain its presence in Diego Garcia. It's believed that India has nudged Mauritius to offer to renew the lease of Diego Garcia to the U.S. if it's able to wrest back sovereignty from the UK. In this regard, viewers may note that New Delhi is building a military base of its own on Mauritius's Agalega Island. The public disclosure indicates that the U.S. is actively using the base and would likely continue using it through some deal with UK or Mauritius. In a statement, Commander of U.S. Strategic Command Admiral Charles Richard said, "Every operational plan rests on the assumption that nuclear deterrence is holding, and ballistic missile submarines, like West Virginia, are vital to a credible nuclear deterrence for the United States and our allies. The Ohio-class submarines are the largest submarines ever built for the U.S. Navy, having a displacement of 16,764 tons. USS West Virginia has a length of 560 feet or 170 meters and a speed of around 20 to 25 knots. Being nuclear-powered, it has unlimited range and endurance, limited only by food supplies. Each Ohio-class submarine is capable of carrying up to 20 Trident II D5 SLBM, or submarine-launched ballistic missiles. Trident II has a range of 11,000 kilometers, or 6,835 miles. Trident II is a multiple, independently targetable reentry vehicle, MIRV missile. Each Trident II can carry up to 14 W-88 475 kiloton warheads or 14 W-76 100 kiloton warheads. To give the viewer a perspective, the Little Boy atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima had a yield of 15 kilotons of TNT, and the Fat Man atomic bomb that was detonated over Nagasaki had a yield of 21 kilotons of TNT. It can obviously be seen as a warning to countries like China and Russia.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.